you're the expert on this, but it seems like one of the early differentiating ways of talking about a Lutheran theology was in the Heidelberg Disputation, the idea of being a theologian of the cross, as opposed to a theologian of glory, that distinguished the theology of Martin Luther from those of his contemporaries that he was saying. Can you speak to that in the terms that we're talking about here with the NER movement?
Well, one of the ways that Luther described what he meant with the theology of the cross was that a theologian of the cross tells it like it is and admits that God is working through the appearance of opposites, as he liked to say, so that we encounter God not where we expect him, in Herod's palace, for instance, but in Bethlehem's stall. Luther has a little phrase, God revealed himself as, I translate it a little bit loosely, as a kid in a crib and a criminal on a cross, and I like to add as a corpse in a crypt. You would not expect God to be there as a baby. You would not expect God to be there as a criminal. You would not expect God to be there as a dead person. But that's where we find our Lord as he moves toward the triumph of the resurrection. So the triumph is there, but it's a triumph of new life after death. It's not a triumph that we experience, although we experience some blessings that do seem like triumphs. But the real triumph for a Christian is the gift of being God's child